How can a function access variables from a function that has already finished executing? That sounds impossible, right? But in JavaScript, this happens all the time, and the reason behind it is something called a closure. Before we start, I'd recommend watching my videos on execution context and scope chain first, since I'll be assuming some basic knowledge from them. Now, to understand closures, let's first see how JavaScript stores functions in memory. In JavaScript, functions are not just pieces of code. They are stored as function objects, and every function object contains the function code and a hidden reference called environment. This hidden reference points to the lexical environment where the function was created. Now let's see how this code works step by step. When the JavaScript program starts, the global execution context is created. During its creation phase, outer is stored in memory as a function object along with its code and its hidden reference, which points to global environment record. In the execution phase, when JavaScript reaches this line, a new execution context for outer is created. Inside the creation phase of outer's execution context, count is allocated memory and uninitialized. Function inner is stored as a function object. Its hidden reference points to outer environment record. So inner remembers where it was created. Now the execution phase of outer runs. There's no more code to execute, so the function finishes. So what happens next? The execution context of outer is removed from the call stack, and normally its memory becomes eligible for garbage collection, which means the variable count is removed. And since inner is not returned or stored anywhere, the function object for inner is also garbage collected. So even though inner had a reference to outer's environment, everything is cleaned up. This is the normal behavior in JavaScript. But what if we want to somehow retain the outer environment record? For that, we need to reference inner function from outside the outer function. We can do that by simply returning inner from the outer function and storing it in a variable in the global context. So our code looks like this. Whenever we assign the variable f, outer function gets called. And when outer has finished executing, the global variable f still holds a reference to inner function object, which refers to the outer environment record through the hidden reference. So JavaScript keeps that environment alive in memory. Now when we call the f, a new execution context is created for inner. Inside inner, JavaScript looks for the variable count. It doesn't find it in its own scope. So it follows the hidden environment reference, goes back to outer's environment, and finds count equals 0. So it prints 0. This is what we call a closure. In simple terms, a closure is a function and the environment it was created in. A closure happens when there is a nested inner function, and a reference to that inner function is maintained outside the outer function. Because of that reference, JavaScript cannot garbage collect the outer environment. So even after the outer function has finished execution, the inner function can still access its variables, and that's why closures work. If this helped you understand closures clearly, let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn next. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more JavaScript concepts.